All right. Hello. Welcome to another Simulation Saturday. Yeah. Of course on YouTube it doesn't come out on Saturday, but I'm doing my best, okay? These videos are coming out a couple of days after on YouTube, but hey, still, right here on Twitch, it is Simulation Saturday, and we are going to go and play a little bit of Mad Games Tycoon 2 tonight. So yeah, there you go. I'm just waiting, of course, for the music to stop in the background, because you know that's a thing that is going on. I am also going to launch another thing on my side. There we go. I am still playing Revolution Idol, and I am getting further. But I still don't have done enough sacrifices to get to level 28 on a mineral. I am over halfway done with the yellow gem, so at least that's a thing. I did take a good sleep this afternoon, okay? After my walk and everything, I did come and have a good sleep because I needed that. But it's neither here nor there, and this is not important. This is what is important. There we go. I've changed the layout a little bit of things here, by the way, if you're wondering. So the screen is slightly bigger again. It is still not 1600 by 900, but we are much closer, at least. So it's almost there. We're getting there. Honestly, this is gonna be the best I can do, though. I don't think I'm gonna be able to push this guy bigger than that without losing anything around me. By the way, I changed the scene slightly. You may see it with the streaks under me. The streaks over there under me. Yeah, they're slightly different. This was because I just, you know, had to redo everything because of the fact that I had to change the size. So here it is. Hopefully, all of this goes pretty well. I have a bug on my screen on the right. Come on, get out. So let's continue what we did last time, which was playing marathon speed. Legendary, no contracts. Let's keep this up. So we have right now to wait and to get money. That's it, really. Right now, most of our games are still doing very well, especially the ones that are in arcades. But not just that. Like, just look at this Dandadan. Like, look at Dandadan GG, and it gets 106,000. So we're doing very well on that game. And of course, if you look at the turnover, that is a 2 million turnover, basically. It's not the only one, though, of course, because all of our arcades have gone over 1 million in turnover. But it is slow to get there, you know. That's the little thing that you have going into those. It's that it can be very slow to get to the amount that you would want for those. But of course, as you can see, for example, Maximus 2 has been out for over 2 years, 108, and it is still selling 30. Acro Silky, not even Gigi, no, Acro Silky is still selling. From September 1981, it is still selling. And I didn't do... No, I did. Here it is. This is Dandadan GG right here. Still has fucking loads. But yeah, it's just nice. Also, you are at 95 of hype. Cool. This is not my game, by the way. This is a publisher game. But it isn't too bad. Almost 10,000. Of course, we are losing money on it. But that's not... It wasn't supposed to get us money. It was supposed to get us some publishing. And, I mean, we did get it. I think I already put it in, didn't I? Yeah, I did. Did I get it? I thought I did. One sec. Mad Games Awards. Yeah, I did. Publisher of the Year. There you go. I did get it. Now, so we are waiting for 10 million right now. This should be what we are doing. While checking this out. We do have a new One Piece game that is overhyped and almost at 40,000 already. The big thing about that is that this isn't the main genre anymore, and it is adventure. So it shouldn't have as many sales as Dandadan GG, unfortunately. I truly hope that the screen is big enough now with all the information readable, at least. Like, you can see our money, I hope. Like, if yeah, you do. Yeah, you do. It's fine, you do. You definitely do. I just checked on the full screen. You definitely see it. So it's good. So in the month, by the way, look at the money that we're getting. That's pretty sweet. Also, yes, this guy's still working on graphic design. He's at 80, so we're gonna stop here afterwards, so that's fine. Space Invaders 3 Plus is an add-on. Space Invaders 3 is still selling 125. Damn. The add-on almost actually was positive, by the way. 50. So it's not bad. What is the new market research? Because that is not it. That is the one that we have here, so... What is the new one? Market research. 80% puzzle game and 80% skill game down. Okay. 93% for arcade cabinets, so it's still very much worth it to do them. And in 1984, that makes sense. It definitely does. One thing I'm looking at, can we do a bigger marketing room? Well, not really. This isn't bigger. This would be, but it is also bad. It's quite bad. So, nah. I don't know what I'm using this for, though, then. What I could use it for is something like this. Just pushing this up. Does it work? No, it doesn't. However, wait 1 second. This should work. That's so weird. I could have 2 more, right? Yeah, sweet. Okay, we shouldn't have problems with toilets then for a little bit. Because that's 5 here, 2 here, and 2 here? Yeah. So that's 9. 9 toilets now for something like 60 employees? 51. That should be fine. 9 for 51 is quite good. See this guy rushing over there? Yeah, y'all are going to be able to rush here now. It's fine. There's 5. Of course, as always, yep, contracted game. That's an A, but we don't. We don't do them. No contracts. Yeah, we're going to get 2 million basically this month. That's quite good. It's quite good. 1.8. Primitive 3D vector graphics. So this is another level 2 engine thing. Wireframe models without texture and low frame rate show a game world in 3D. So basically, just a bad rendered world in 3D. Because this is 1984, okay? So don't expect good 3D graphics. That's not happening. But we're going to be able to do this, which is the second graphic level here, basically, in the new engine. Still no primitive physics level 3, by the way. Interestingly enough. Should I do this? Yeah. Keep it at 2%, but move it up to 30. Once again, I don't know what this space is going to be for. Maybe another stock room. But, yeah. For now, we're going to keep it like that. We're going to keep the money flowing. And let us check on our employees right now. So, yeah, some game testing is going to have to be done. That's not amazing here. How about some game design, though? Well, no one is at 100%, so... Game designers? Time to move up. No one is at 100%. Oh, and we are back as the trend. We have gone trend-setting again. With One Piece. So this is our second Trendsetter Award. Don't worry, after a while we won't be doing these anymore. Because there's too many. where is this? Graphic Studio. That's nice. It's a nice little... 7,000. I mean, yeah, again, we are only at 3% on the reputation with clients, so I shouldn't expect anything more than that. How good are these guys, by the way? At, okay, they're not good at game design. So we're gonna have to upgrade these guys for game design as well. We're gonna have to do that. But, at the same time, still pushing for that money. The moment we reach 10 million is when I am actually just starting with research immediately. I am not waiting. I mean, I could do it now, you know, with the max, with the limit that I have here, which is 12 million, which is a lot of money, by the way. I mean, I am 4 stars, but damn. 12 million, okay. Another A game. I mean, at some point we're gonna have to do some. When the amount of money that we get is going down, but so far, not really. As you can see, not really. It's actually going up. So, why would we need to do it right now, eh? We don't, that's the thing. Do you know? Great name, by the way. Where is it? Production. That's cool. Not that much of a problem. So, I did get my, I did go back to the library that I got Dandadan Tome, the Dandadan Tome before. I did go there. And guess what? They actually had the cover this time, and I actually was able to get Dandadan Tome 22 with the Tony Valiant cover, which is fantastic. I could show it. I have it. But it's on my Twitter as well if you guys want to go check that out. Whew. Yeah, no, but I mean, it's on Twitter for Dandadan only, so I guess I didn't... You can't actually see it if you're not on the Dandadan forum, so... community, sorry, not forum. It's not forum, but... Next week, we're gonna be able to get it. Next week. All 4 are still working here for now. And 10 million miscellaneous console dev. There we go. These guys are fast enough, don't worry, by the way. 90, yep. I did move them up all the way, didn't I? 82, 84, 82. Like, that's the best it can be, basically. Oh, these 2 are already maxed. That's nice. So, I guess it's time to push some of these in. Because the other side of the room also still has to get better. One Piece Final Part 1.7, so it's still selling quite okay. How about Dandadan? By the way, GT is only selling 40. That's so weird when you have Space Invaders selling 120, but hey. I guess it was Game of the Year. Okay, this game is gonna go out soon. And GG is still far from over. 120,000. That is pretty good. Top 23 for it. My best game is top 10. Space Invaders 3. Okay, I guess it's time to do a 4th installment. I mean, we can. We have 1 million. So where's Space Invaders? Right here. Here it is. We are maxed out on action. So... let's just do a 4th. Is that an A? It is a slight A, so we can actually take it back down without a worry. Which one do we take out? Pause. As always, just take the one that is the least important. Multi-platform, so always remember to go with the 2. Only the 2s. 38 million, 37 million, sorry, almost, for the Sega. Not bad. As a reminder, 2nd gen does not last very long. The second, well, third gen in reality, but the second generation for this game, the second level, does not have a lot, you know, it doesn't really. So, yeah. We are in red by doing this for a week. I'm gonna just, one little thing. This. It's a small thing, but it makes a difference. But we are slightly in the red, not even that much. So, it's not a worry. And look at that, we're in the green. See, that's why it's not a worry. Just 1 week and you're back in the green. And I still have 12 million in the bank. So it doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter. Just one small guy. Or woman. I don't know. Yeah, it's a woman apparently. We're working on our own here. The graphics look good. It's already level 3. No, that's 2? Level 2. Level 2, yeah. I think that's level 2. One thing I can do is this. Push it 1 level higher. Cool. Achievements and mouse support. Those are things that I cannot really go without. Stop. You are here, actually. That's interesting. So we have one that is maxed out, at least. On game design, not on game testing. But, you know, doesn't matter too much. I lost 27? Are you serious? That's an insane amount. I could wait until it goes back up to 50 with just the hype generated from my legendary workers. I'm not gonna wait that long though. Self-distribute. And 95. Pretty good. Not the best, but pretty good. And good enough to really get us going. Especially when you consider that we are going, of course, to make a port for arcade. Duh. There we go. Perfect. Nah, you guys are gonna do this later. Let's just do this right now. We're back down to 70,000. Not that much of a worry. Last month we lost 9 million. But of course that counts with this, so it's not that much of a problem, don't worry about it. Because now, ta-da, console development, which of course costs a lot to build here. Yeah, there's still 10,000 room per square meter. And of course we don't need this big. Hello? We don't need something this big, really, so we're not going to make it this big, but we're still going to make it big enough. This is 1 star, lol. I'm not gonna take that. Are you serious? Alright. So let's see how Space Invaders 4 on the port does. I see some more that are maxed out. This is the one that goes here. And this is the one that goes here. There we go. This room is now back to 100%. Self-distribute. And another 95. No problem with that. I didn't do marketing though. That's my bad. I could have gone 98. Whoopsies. I forgot. That was kind of dumb on my part. My bad. Still, the IP is at 1.6. Look at that, 2,500 on the first week. For a game that isn't overhyped or anything, that is very good. And 128 orders for the first week as well. Not bad. So, how are you guys doing? Well, not the best, but guess what? Boop. Alright. Get the last gameplay feature. I'm not gonna get the genre yet. Doesn't matter right now. What I'm gonna do is work on hardware. We have 20 pieces of hardware to take, and some of them cost a good amount of money. Yeah. Okay, so this is not happening yet. Not all of it, of course, but some of them are gonna happen, but right now, not all of it. I am gonna go and buy everything, though, just so we're clear. But I am not gonna buy in bulk. I'm gonna be careful and not buy in bulk. We're still gonna take our time, as we don't have game testers right now, so... Light gun support, yeah, of course, also the research, the normal gameplay, the normal console features as well to buy. Dude, I only have 15,000. This is a barren wasteland right here. There's nothing in here. This room is empty. It's probably filled with spiders. Alright, there's 3 working here. Which is weird, because I thought that this was a 6 room. Was it really a 5? It was. Yeah, okay. I thought it was a 6. I thought one of the 2 was a 6 room, but no, apparently they're both 5. It's not that much of a problem. So yeah, little by little, we're gonna be working on those, but it's still gonna take a while. It is whenever I have some money available. Well, considering this is going pretty fast and pushed me over 1 million right now, this is gonna happen anyway. It's fine. Okay, well, we have 3, so we can definitely do another game. Let me check the popularity of IP to see which one I can do that is out right now. Show only games that are out. So the best one is First Fantasy V, which has just come back out, so it makes sense that this one is the best one right now going on. 18 out of 20. Cool. Nice. No need to push up then. This is the good thing. There and there. By the way, if the Spectrum actually sold 60 million, you know damn well that they would make a better version of it with much, much better hardware inside. Because it sucks. Like, if you think about the actual thing itself, blows ass. It definitely needed much, much better capabilities inside of it. But that's because it wasn't meant to be anything big. It wasn't meant to be a console, well, PC that was going to be high-end. But if 60 million of them sell, you don't know damn well that there would be a version that is high-end. You just know. Also, yeah, I wasn't scared that this would not work, because I had a half a week to work on it, so this is going to be an 80 already. 70, almost. We can make another hardware bit. Heatsink. That one's fine. That is a level 2 already. So we have ourselves a level 2 thing. Just one. I don't think we're gonna make a level 2 console though. I think we're actually gonna make a level 3. But a level 2, I don't know. We may not be able to. Oh, also, yeah, in 5 months we have an upgrade in all of the things here going on, so that's gonna be nice. Very nice. A B game. Wow, we're gonna go very far with that. Hardware again. Let me finish the level 1s, so 128 bytes our cartridge. Wow, we can really go deep with this. We can let loose in our, you know, imagination with 128 bytes on the cartridge. Alright, 98. Makes sense, as always. It's just, you know, of course it makes sense. 0.8 only on the IP, though, so it's not amazing. We have the money for this, by the way, so not that much of a problem. Marine service, I guess. And no console yet, but next year. Next year we will have a console to show. How far are you from 50? 35, 34. Yeah, okay, you're gonna go for one more. There we go. Update to the 2.4, which I think is the last or the second to last. No, I think it's second to last, actually. So I'm not gonna work for it. I'm not gonna push it. What I am gonna push is 3% profit sharing. Because it's the best. It's the best available. Oof. Okay, this may not sell very well. We'll see. Blackjack 51 is there. Restoration is as well. This game's a 0.3. I haven't done racing games in a while. Is it over 20? Yeah, but by 1, so I can just pause. Boom. Gran Turismo 3, which is my favorite, by the way. Gran Turismo 3 is my favorite of the Gran Turismos. I have spent an ungodly amount of time on the game. As a child, I have spent an ungodly amount of time on it. There are 2 PS2 games that I can remember spending a long time on. It's this one and Heatseeker. I hope you guys know Heatseeker. It was a fighter jet simulation, but it was more arcade-ish, and also you had missions to do and everything, and it was quite an interesting game, and I really liked it because it looked amazing. The first time I actually saw it was on a demo disc. Why are my games not going away? Because this game is on 1. Supposed to go out when it reaches 25, so we'll see. That's just a bug. I think that's just because it's on last week and not this week, so maybe now they're gonna be off. Just waiting to see that if they do come out or not. Because if that's the case, we have like 3 games off right now. No, okay, the arcades are not counted. That's fine by me. There we go. I can also take that one away. Barretier could also leave. That's fine. Wow, there's a lot of Space Invaders. 146. The game itself is selling okay. Not fantastic. I was about to forget about this again. Did I? No, I didn't. Publish a demo. Did I not do it on any other? Arlong, but that's because it's maxed. Wow, I didn't do it here for some reason. Alright, there we go. Cool. Finish. Maxed out on everything, eh? Okay. And 97 for a racing game is quite nice. Gotta say. right here. Well, no, we can't right now because we are in the negative. A little bit of diversity with this game, of course, here. But the good thing about a racing game is that it goes very well as an arcade. Not even over. Yeah, 750,000 off. It's not too bad. Obviously, it ain't fantastic, but it is not too bad. Money is still bad. It's still good. He says, well, being 800,000 in the negative. Yeah, but guess what? We did spend 10 million, and plus another million for extra stuff. So, yeah, you know. Shit happens. A new copy protection, which of course doesn't exist here, dumbass. There we go. So once again, as we have new games going on, we are going to let it go, let it roll, and let the money come back up. That's the way you do it. You get a few games in, you wait before you then can once again put more games in. And all of this comes out to you getting a good amount of money. Even if you go into the negative sometimes, things are going to be fine. I wanted to change the prices for the arcades. So all the ones here take 100 down. This guy takes 150 down because there's a new one. Same for this one. Like this to push the sales a little bit. Speaking of pushing sales, how about arcade cabinets? Yeah, that's what I thought. Cool. Space Invaders 3 is the best-selling arcade cabinet out there. Makes sense. And so it is time to just wait. And our money will go positive either this week or the next. Probably the next. Because I don't think there's going to be enough ones here. Yeah, no, there's not going to be enough. But still, 150 for Gran Turismo 3. It's not bad. And I can just publish a demo to push it a little further. Space Invaders 4 on the port is already just 300,000 down. That's less than 2,000 cabinets. Just, God, it's really good. These go so quick. Okay, I for some reason didn't start it automatically again. That's kind of weird. Fuck that one up. 9 out of 11 on that room right here. We're gonna need 2 more. 2 more here as well would be nice. 5 more available, of course, for the development room. Well, okay, when you think about what I could do here, I can do a training room, but that's just 5 places. But, can be like this, which would be insane. This is a classroom. If you're in the back, you're not hearing the front. The fuck, dude? I'm gonna just, do a little thing. Just this to give you guys, to show you how this works, of course. If you haven't seen before, you're gonna be able to put in your little stuffs in, all of your components, which cost a fuck ton of money, of course, and then choose the look for it, which of course we only have the number 1 right now, but there is number 2, 3, and 4 available. And yes, those actually do have a purpose, because they actually upgrade your, well, component rating. As you can see, this is 10, this is 30, and this is slightly more, 34. And they do look better. I'm gonna be honest, they do look better. The 1 is absolutely prehistoric. Okay, the number one is prehistoric. Look at it. Yeah, that's not good, of course. This is Magna. This is the fucking Odyssey. That's what it is. Hello? Oh, hello. What the fuck? Okay, so we are back in the green with 140,000 right now, which isn't enough, of course, to get anything here. Duh. I think a console would cost me about 5 million to develop, which is an amount. Okay, it's not fantastic for me to have something that high, actually. I'm gonna keep these because we're gonna need some of them. We're gonna need some hardware and engineering people for the console development. And I'm not gonna repurpose these guys to go down here. Also, what? 278? Okay. Damn. Gran Turismo 3 is selling well. 3,000 on the third week. Is that genre not oversaturated at all? I would think that this one would be. No, it is saturated. Sports game isn't, weirdly. Strategy game isn't, less weirdly. And economic simulation is not. That's not weird. That's normal. So sports game isn't. I do have a couple of sports game. So, well, what is the World Series 84? Let me go check it out. 1984 World Series. It was between the Detroit Tigers and the San Diego Padres. Okay. It was Tigers Padres. And who won? Oh, it was a 5-game. And it's Detroit that won. Okay. Damn. So Detroit won the first, Padres won the second, and then it was Detroit. It all ended at Tiger Stadium, which doesn't exist anymore, also. Right? Demolished in 2008, closed in 2001. Damn. What's the new one? What is the new one for the Detroit Tigers, by the way? I don't even know the name of it, but let me check it out. Come on, normally it says where it is. Home attendance. Comerica Park. Huh. Okay. That's a nice entrance. I'm sorry, I don't know why I'm looking at this again. There was a PSG Roma game at the 2017 International Champions Cup. Why? Why would we have games of football happening at a baseball stadium? Whatever. It's not the same dimensions. It's just a weird thing. Whatever. So, not the best one to do, but I mean, the World Series are not actually there yet. Because when you think about it, World Series is in late September to October. So, we are in time. We are in time. When you consider the development time of the normal game, normally we are not in time. But this isn't a normal game. We are in legendary, but with marathon speed, so we are fine. And also, yes, I know I am making a game again. I cannot stop making games. Even when I say I shouldn't, I still end up making games. Every time it happens. And I go back down to less than 500,000 again. For fuck's sake, I'm stupid. Oh, 4 kilobytes on cartridges there. Whoopsies. this is so dumb every time. But that's fine. That's fine. Last month I got 400,000, even with the game development. So it's okay. It's okay. At the end of the month, I'm going to be able to get a hardware feature normally. The good thing is there's 4 kilobytes on cartridge now, so that's a little higher again. This is going to be a short-lived first console, I think. Yeah, probably. +1 is done. Great way to get out 27 bugs when there were none already. Okay, we are right on time, by the way. That's gonna be very close. Thank God the game wouldn't look like this. It would look better. I'm gonna release it right up before the end of the week, like this. It's not a fantastic game, but it's gonna be good enough. 90 on the dot. And so it is out right on time for the games. Before they turn to October. So it's close. But we got it. Let's publish a demo for the game as well. And we wait. Well, I mean, we wait almost, because what I can do right now is just buy one of these. Now we wait. And yeah, we're gonna be above 1 million, right? I think, or close at least. 2,000 for World Series 84, which again, that would be its best week of selling normally in the real world, but for a game called like that, yeah, it would be its best week. So you're not done yet, yeah? You're just out probably for a drink or something. 47.5, close to being done though. More hardware. The last bit of level 1 that we have to take is this. And then we're done with level 1. Yay. Where is the work? Right here. 6.5K. Wow. Cool. Not good enough. I'm gonna find more. Also, I can just take them through job search. I keep forgetting about job search being a thing. Okay. So, yeah, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 features to buy here, which come out to 2.8 million, basically. A little under that, 2.75 million. And then these... 1.6 million. So that's 4.325 million, basically. But it's going to be a little bit, you know, around that, but not exactly that. Also because there's going to be another sound chip normally coming out, and another bit of RAM coming out. And a new CPU as well. So there's still a lot of things that are going to be taken in. So we ain't done. Ah, you're maxed. Cool. 13K back. Now, what I could do is take these guys for another ride here for game testing. However, that is definitely not necessary right now. It's here. 3,000. God, so bad. What I could do... Check in with these guys. I'm maxed. Maxed, basically. Maxed. Maxed. Almost maxed, but maxed. Almost maxed. 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 Okay. Well, I'm gonna need new people. I need some speed right now. My speed is getting a bit low. So I'm gonna take some new guys. New programmers. Skilled worker. No gender specification. Why would I need that? And like this. I'm not misogynist. You want to work? Work. Gran Turismo 3 is number 9 on the charts, and World Series 84 is number 10. Speaking of the charts, Dandadan GG is top 20. However, its sales are not fantastic. 400 right now, so we are going to be able to make a new one. Alright, we can immediately start working on that. We're gonna need 4. I'm not taking 5, but 4 only. Not that one, though, because of luck. I'm gonna take 4. Space Invaders is in the green already. Gran Turismo isn't yet, but it is going to be. By the way, I ate something fantastic today, I will say. I have, well, some weeks there is a meal that comes up on HelloFresh that is fantastic. And it is, noodles with carrot and chicken. I don't eat cucumbers, so not that, even if it is there. But what I love about this is the sauce with it. A beauty. It is soy sauce, sesame oil, another neutral oil just to add a bit of fluidity to it. You add ginger, you add garlic and peanut butter. It is so good. And balsamic vinegar as well. It's so good. It's fantastic. It really, really is. Alright, we are above 1 million again, so we can work on a lot of stuff now over here. No need for that. We would have a month to work on the game. Honestly, it would be now or never that we do it, so let's do it. Where is GG? Well, GG should be at the top, right? Here it is. So after GG, we do just Haunted House. Because GG is the preliminary of Haunted House. By the way, the one thing I didn't quite enjoy about the Haunted House arc in the anime, it was a little too sanitized. I will just say that. That's unfortunate, but at the same time, it's an anime, and I understand that they always do it for basically all animes. They always sanitize it. Just 1 second. There we go. You thought I would not? Come on. Of course I'm pushing all the way. I can do one, maybe not both for this. Nah, both are fine. Still have half a week. This should already be a 20. Oh, 30. Okay. Definitely fine. I mean, this guy's gonna be a 60 already. Yeah, there you go. So it should be a 70 by the time that it finishes the week. Yep. So it's definitely good enough. There we go. Let me remove Barretier. Because of course also there's Arlong Park. The lady... earliest one is Space Invaders, but that is still selling way too well. Right? Isn't Space Invaders 3 still selling really well? Yeah, 47. Gran Turismo 2R is not selling as well, so I can take that away. First Fantasy 5 also. And honestly, Dandadan GG. 26 is not fantastic. It's right at my threshold, so there you go. So we have just these games available right now. That's actually lower than you would expect. It's lower than I would expect, at least. I know that much. Are my sales still good? I think so. All of these guys are talented, by the way, so they're going to be quite quick to move up. No need for that. Not done with sound yet. That's going to be something we're going to have to work on right now if sound isn't done yet. Cool. Well, yeah, there's one thing I need to do, don't I? It'll be time for the overhyper. God, I'm number 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 on the machine orders for console arcades. Number 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. Yeah, my arcades are selling pretty well, you know. Maximus 2 and 3, number 4 and 5. Nice. GG got almost 3 million in turnover. That's really good. Okay. I'm not getting there in time. Shit. I wanted to release before the first week of December, but nope. Not happening. I'm a little late. Not by much, but slightly late. Also, we have enough money for this, so let's just get... oh, this guy released. Fine. We're pushing. We're pushing for that level 2 console. Honestly, before the end of the year, we should try to release one. Of 1985, by the way, not 1984. Talking about 1985. Yeah, just game of the year, nothing else. That's unfortunate. But this game is overhyped. So that's good. It's gonna sell like hotcakes. Also, GG wasn't... I had a 100% game, but I don't remember which one it is. Yeah, it was GG, that's what I thought. Okay. So we'll see. I don't know if the overhyping is going to counter the amount that I've lost on the sales. I don't know. We'll see. Maybe it does, maybe it doesn't. Okay. We are almost 120,000 fans, which is good enough for a console normally. Normally it's 100,000, right? Well, they say in the game that it's 100,000. I'm not sure about that number, really. Also, yes, 3 MHz CPU is out, and 64 kilobytes of RAM is out too. Which is good RAM, honestly. 64 kilobytes, not bad. Not bad. Yes, I know, nowadays we have 32 gigs and everything. I know. You think I don't know that? Time to wait again. Just to see how much this game gives you. 1,600 orders. That is an amount. Of orders, that is an amount. That's 5,000 in stock. Whew, not bad. This game looks okay. But why is... Well, turnover share is higher, but the guarantee amount is lower. Goddamn. Gran Turismo sells so well. 234. I mean, it was Game of the Year, so... No, it wasn't? Which one was it, then? Oh, right, no, it was this. First Fantasy. I forgot. Yeah, it doesn't have that many sales. This is unfortunate. I would have preferred it on another game, because 22,000 in 21 weeks. Not great. Alright. Another game out is Maximus 3, apparently. Okay, these guys are done. You're gonna be done soon. Yeah, cool. I'm not doing it. I don't need to. So... I'm not porting... Oh my god, actually, that's a good first week. That is a good first week. I mean, it's gonna be lower on the next one because the orders aren't in and everything, but damn, that's still a good first week. So, you're soon going to be done. You're at 84. I'm gonna end automation anyway. It's not reaching anyway, so it doesn't matter. Maximus 3 still sells for 150. It's amazing how well this sells still. Space Invaders 3 is still at 50. Space Invaders 4! God damn it. But also, yeah, this guy just 225. Already in green. After 18 weeks. Yeah. Time to add a bit on that again. 128 kilobyte cartridge. $86.5. 3,200. That's a good second week too. That's still very good. It shouldn't reach 100,000. Maybe it's gonna, but just because of the overhype, it would. It would reach just because of overhype. Also, our money is insane right now. Like, why? How did I get that much? Okay. I will make a high-end console and sell it for a profit. And it's gonna work. You know, don't worry, it's gonna work. Which, of course, it shouldn't in real life. You're always selling a console at a loss and trying to catch up with the prices that you are going to lose from making the console with the games that you're selling for that console. That's how normally things are done in the industry for real. But don't take this game as at face value, okay? Level 2 items. It's time to upgrade for $1.25 million. Ow. But if you check this, look at that. A real graphical tablet with a high-end Atari 500. Here, an actual computerized synthesizer. With actual, you know, high-capacity floppies. So that's cool. Also, this room now, double wide, so 600,000 in there. So that's cool. In here, still textbooks. But with a calculator. In here, once again, Amiga 500. I said Atari, didn't I? Amiga 500. Right here, Amiga 500. Or 1000, doesn't matter, it's the same anyway. These guys, they have now an actual, you know, much better things to work with here, so that's nice too. In here, these guys have actual computers now. Laptops. Let's not say they're good, but they're laptops. This is green. These guys, high-end TVs with an NES. God, I love going through the rooms like that because there's nothing important. Okay, we still have enough money for one more. So, I guess just keep going like this. Just go down the line. So this shouldn't take too long, by the way, for them to be done with game design. But I don't want them to be in this room without being maxed out on everything. Also, third week was again 3,000 for a haunted house, so that's not bad at all. This game's selling well. Pretty damn well. Okay. Already almost 500,000 in turnover. It did cost us 2.5 million, but shh, it doesn't matter. It does matter. Are there new dev kits? Good ones, I want to say. I want to add that right now. Okay, the Mac is actually 26.6 million, which isn't too bad. I think my consoles are better right now, but, you know. Yeah, the Commodore is still at 45 million too, so that's pretty good. Honestly, this is not far from the actual number from the normal game. I think it's higher as well, actually, so that's fine. I am selling my stock. Yeah, I am. Still 6,000 on the stock for this game. That's cool. That's also the reason as to why my money is still doing very well. It's because this game is selling very well. And all my arcades, of course. Of course. I could be porting it. Honestly, I only have a single... No, I have two. I was about to say, I only have a single RPG that is ported, and no, I have two. God damn it. How long does that stay? 34 weeks. You have time. We have lots of time. I didn't check this. Yeah, we did have it. That's fine. Thank fuck. I mean, in my 8 hours, I hoped that I would have done this. And I did. Good. We're still at 1 million, so 3 megahertz it is. I hope I can present my console at the convention, actually. I should be able to. Should be able to. It's gonna be a bit tight. But all I need to do is just work on the concept. Not even work on it really, I just need to work on a concept. So, just add things anyway and just push it in. But not even work on it. Realistically, not work on it. But once we get a console, normally the level of the game is gonna get much easier afterwards in terms of the money. If we sell for, you know, not a loss. Where's the... Oh, it was announced. Oh, okay. It's for next year. Once again, we're back at 1 million, so we're fine to do this. Gran Turismo keeps us going so well. But you know what we're gonna do? Let's keep the IP up. By doing this. This is literally only for the IP here. I'm not doing it for another reason, but for the IP. No need for dynamic sounds. That would be overkill. Even this is already overkill, but, you know. No need for all of this, so let's just overhype it. That may be too early. I'm gonna wait, because that may be a bit too early. I'm gonna wait for the next week. Alright. Oh, and of course, like, why wouldn't I do this? Pre-release for press, idiot. This is what I love about this game, by the way. There we go, it's overhyped too. That's nice. Pushing it to 1,000 again on the selling price. It's another 98. Duh. Alright, 2 are done. 49.5 and 43. So this one's going to take a little bit longer again. It's not going to take too long, thankfully. Once again, we have enough money to do this. Get the 2 MHz CPU, even if I don't need it. Oh, also, of course, I'm gonna make a console and a handheld. Duh. Whenever I can do a level 2 handheld, I will do a level 2 handheld. Of course, we don't have the screen for it yet, but by the end of the year, I think we're gonna have one. So, it's not that much of a problem, I think. Come on. 48.6. 49. You're out for the toilet. Shit. Literally. 150, 130. It's not bad. For a game that is overhyped. Not fantastic. Don't go anywhere else, please. Cool, he's not going anywhere else. Go here then. Finish. Done. So now, graphic design for professionals. Once again, as long as not everything is maxed out, we're not finishing. Oh, it's not there. Okay, so it's here. Or, yeah, that's what I thought. Or it's here. Unfortunately, I'm not gonna be able to do that right now. I still have not bought A games. That's that's a thing. When you think about it, that's a thing. So now, by the way, just to show you, I can actually put in everything at max. Well, it already automated to do it. So there we go. We have everything maxed out for this console. Like, literally everything is maxed out for a level 2 console. Which, of course, is the PS, the Phoenix system. And the case isn't chosen yet, but it is going to be. No predecessor, because dude, there's no predecessor. 2 controllers, because that's what I would want to init myself. And you can go with Space Invaders 4, you can go for Dawn of the Haunted House, or just a classic instead. You go for this. But this game looks better. In terms of the color, you go for the red for me. Because, you know, Phoenix, the red, the fire, yeah, that works. It works for me. But of course, that's going to be in a little bit. Not yet. How many people would we want working on it? That's 7. That would be 11. I think that's good enough. 11 is good enough. In reality, you would want as many as possible for this, but I don't need to go higher. Because it's marathon speed. So this is going to take at least, at worst, a couple of weeks. That's just how it is. That's the reality of it. These guys are doing their job very quickly, by the way. Just a couple of weeks and one thing is done, so that's cool. Alright, hardware. And now, as you can see, we only have the controller and all of the cases. To work on it as quickly as possible, I'm going to get the controller and the final case only. And later on, work my way on the rest. But for now, let's not do it. Quality assurance. It's been a while. These guys should be done soon. I hope. Because I'm gonna have to let them go away. So case 4 is the one that we need. The good thing is I'm gonna be able to make a link between this and the next console for level 2 and 3 afterwards, so that's gonna be cool. Graphics artist, that could be interesting. 81, sure. Go in. Go in. Alright, how far are you guys for this? 35 points. Okay, so one more. Where is another? 2 in console dev, for fuck's sake. They don't even give 10k. Alright, we have 2 months. Well, we're gonna stop working on this and just work on the console features instead, so... yeah. It has gone down in sales, of course. Don. 2,100 is not a bad, you know, bad week. This is nice. Okay, we got ourselves a couple of big boys. Wrong one. Now, this. There we go. Couple of big ones is nice. QA again. So there was advanced 8-bit sound, which we're going to get, but I think that's a level 3. I'm not sure it's a level 2. It may be because it's still 8-bit, so we'll see. Normally you guys are going to be done on this rotation. You're not going to need another one. Engine feature, it is still level 2. Okay. But I think that's the last. I think it is. Alright, we're working our way up into money. We are at 1 million right now. We're gonna need a lot more than that. I'm gonna go for the 2.x. I think it's the final one. Alright, so we're gonna need about 4 million, right? Oh, 6 million almost. Whew. But still, this is how we would want it. Controller 2, so that is 6 million. And with this, it is 6.5. So we could go straight white, of course, if you want to be a copycat. Which we're not. So we can go deep red or more towards the orange. This looks a little too red. This looks fine for what I want, so let's go with that. And backward compatible doesn't matter right now. That's the thing. All of these don't cost too much. This is still 6 million. 6.5 million. No lead technician has been taken in, of course, because we don't have a technician. There are a few announced. So June release, July release. Those are level 3s, so we are already there. For the PCs at least, of course, since the Amiga is coming here. And then Master Station is here in October. So this is going to be the one with whom we're going to be, you know, fighting, basically. There it is. So we are now minus 5.5 million. But of course, we could take the bank if ever we need it. Which I don't think we will, by the way. I don't think we'll need it. This should be not need another one, by the way, for these guys. Now the thing I'm going to do is start on my employee search, though. Unfortunately, the repeat is not going to work because we are in a negative. So we're going to have to do this every time. This is not a stressful situation, by the way, still. We are not doing bad, don't worry. Yes, we may be at minus 5 million. That doesn't matter. It truly doesn't matter. Come on, y'all. None of you guys are done? That's weird. Also, 25%, that's 6 already. Can you please just find it? Are you serious? Alright, y'all are not done, but you know what? Even without sound, you're going here because I need the room. The room, it needs to be available right now, so... what the fuck? 25%, by the way. There we go. Jesus. And now it's time to do this. Don't do it. Don't do it again. Like, this should take 1 in 4 every time. Thank you. That was 1 in 3. We're still gonna need a lot more, but 6 already is gonna be fine to work on the first console. It shouldn't be too bad. What I love is that I'm going to come to the to the Mad Games convention. I'm gonna just have... Oh, that's level 3, right? Yeah, it is. That's the level 3 thing. Well, I could have had that. But that's fine, I don't care. It's just a fan. Doesn't add too much on the component. Still, it's better than a heatsink. I'm just at minus 5 million, so I already got back up a little bit. But since I'm just wasting my money on the employee search, I'm just... I'm wasting so much money. Fuck's sake, yeah. It's 20,000 each time. And I can do like 6 in a week. Alright, that's 4. Whoops. No, that's not what I... This. Okay, sure. I don't think luck is necessarily a bad thing on this, if I remember correctly. Maybe it is. Oof, dude. Not a high turnover, but the guarantee amount is, of course, massive. We're still slowly gaining money, by the way, even with us using 120,000 a week. I'm looking at the number here, by the way, at the same time, don't worry. Okay, we're done. 6 out of 6. Group management. It's time to create a group. Yeah, 7. Rename the group. Console devs. There we go. These are our console devs. Time to furnish a room. No, okay, no, I thought that was... Okay. I thought that would do this, but sure. So only 6 are needed. Those are only costing 10,000, so that's not too bad. Could be a lot worse. There we go. Boom. It's been a while since we did this. The last room we furnished was this. So... Well, doesn't fit there, so... Yoink. And of course... Look at the time! Look at the time! As always. Oh, and since we have these guys, I guess I'm gonna put them in. Because guess what? We're not gonna need anything else. If you put these in, not gonna need anything else. So there you go. So this room is now furnished. We're still just about 4.9 million down. That's fine. This is gonna go back up in, you know, a flash. But our focus anyway is on the console and on nothing else. Damn it. Where is it? Console dev, of course. Fuck's sake. This is gonna be cool. This is gonna be nice. If you look at the details, of course. But this console is just gonna be a normal version of a much more advanced one that we will have later on. Okay, y'all are already at 60, so that's not bad. And of course I could always put these guys in instead. I know, I could just not waste a lot of time by putting these guys in. My 8 builders. But no, I'm not gonna do that. They're doing the job that they are designated to do, you know. And not another. I don't care, boo. Oh yeah, also, fuck, have this. If you're wondering what this is from an Easter bunny, so yeah. It's because I ate an Easter bunny today. Yeah, last week was Easter, I know, but hey, the bunnies are still good. They're still good to eat now. Now, of course, that's not working, idiot. Automation is not working when you don't have the money for getting to the next step, idiot. Okay. Still, we have gone 1 million. So even if there is the bankruptcy thing coming in, it's not that much of a problem because we can take it. Although I say this, the games are gonna sell less and less each week, you know, so maybe not. But the console is going to get there soon enough. We have some 80 already. So it's not bad. I may need another Rob, by the way. Now that I see how it's going, I may need another Rob. Alright, fine. Let me put a third Rob. Yeah, I know it's called the Sputnik. Who cares? Who cares about how it's called? It's a Rob. I still have 1 bunny, by the way. I haven't ate all of my my Easter chocolate yet. That's the first time I can say that, by the way. That a week after Easter, I still have some chocolate left. It's not that it's bad. It's actually pretty good. But the thing is, all of it is salted caramel chocolate. So, I mean, it's good. I like salted caramel a lot, but overkill. It's a bit overkill. But it's still really good. Just have to say it. Alright, one is going to be done very soon. By the time this ends, the one should be done. So I'm going to put it, of course. Whenever one is done, you put it in the thing, because 90%. So who cares? Boom. You're done now. Oh, next one? Okay. There we go. Development. Goodland Villa. Yeah. Thanks for the 65k. And there we go. The console is getting worked on. So we have something to show. We would have something to show. Would it be advanced? A percent? Or more like 2%? How far are we going to be? It's going to be in the early stages, that's for sure. 2.5%. Also, new research available, 2.6-inch gray screen scale. Nice. Just put the last few games that I can see that need hype, like this, and PS as well. Actually, I'm gonna do this. There we go, 14 on hype, which isn't enough. Actually, wait, no. 1 million? Yeah, okay, so it's doubled. I didn't know that, by the way. That's interesting. Why wouldn't I do radio first? It costs less. It actually still goes to an amount that is good. So why would I not do this first? And then now do the rest. Well, do the rest a little later on, actually, because we are early in the development, only 5%, so we're gonna wait. By the way, this is the durability of the console, if you're wondering. So right now, 0.7 out of 10, so it's not there yet, but we are above on what we need, so that's cool. So you two, one of them is already done, so cool, just one left. This is gonna work about as quickly as it can with 6 people, which is not that quick. Honestly, I overestimated this a bit. Time to put in a bit more effort, eh? Time to put in a little bit more of people inside of this room. 4 more. Time for more employee search. Lovely. Cool. Oh, well. Look at that. That guy was already done as well. So that's 6 out of 10. But we are pushing for 10 now. Even if this is still, once again, above what it needs to be right now. And honestly, maybe 8 was enough, not 10. Still, now that I'm in, I'm in. Speaking of being in, it's been an hour and a half. that I've started playing this. It's been an hour and a half. And I did not see time fly, by the way. Holy. Time has flown by. I think that by the end of this month here, we're gonna have the bankruptcy alert. But that's fine. Not a problem. Because we're not gonna go bankrupt. So the big thing is, even after this is done, there's going to be another step to do, which is reducing the price of the console. The price of creating the console, by the way, not selling it, because we are pushing it for a price and we're going to keep that price. But the price of selling the console, of paying for the console itself, is going to be reduced greatly by a couple of things. But anyway, once again, we are going to push for 1 TV deal. Oh, still not. Okay. I thought that it would happen, actually. I did. I did think it would happen. My games are still selling okay enough that I am not too worried here. I have lost about 1.5 million though, so it's not fantastic. There we go. This guy gave me 5 million. Wow. I'm going back up to 5.5 million though down, so pushing a bit. Pushing. It's not going to be great. I honestly may want to do a little bit of the bank. Don't press maximum, by the way, because you couldn't go back down. So, gotta be careful about that. That is a mistake I've done before. Alright, that's 1. And that's 2. I hope that the console releases by the end of the year, because we are at 40%, and these guys are going to come in soon anyway, so, well, soon-ish. In a couple of months. Hopefully. We only have 7,000 games in the stock room. That just goes to show how much our amount of games that we are selling has gone down right now. So, gotta be careful, because right now, I have not kept the balance between making games and actually releasing the console, so not fantastic, but as long as these guys are running, that's okay. It shouldn't be too much of a problem. And these guys have a much, much longer lifespan. Even if the best one that is selling right now is Space Invaders 4, and that sure gives me over, 2 million max, but that is over the span of 100 weeks, almost, oh, 60 weeks. Okay, that's fine, not fantastic. 60% on the console. Month 8, week 4. I'm not too worried, but I am a little worried. You know, I'm not like happy-go-lucky here. Oh yeah, everything is gonna work out. I'm a little tentative about how this is going to go. 70. Because this has been slower than I expected. Even with everyone at 90 here, this is slower than I expected. I mean, we're still going to be able to release by the end of the year. That's not a problem, but... I don't know if this is going to be as smooth as I would have liked. Because I thought that by the end of the year I would also be able to go back into green. But I don't think that's going to happen. If you're playing this yourself and you're doing the same thing that I am, I would advise you not to push for a console this early. I would advise you to have the money beforehand to actually build the console before pushing for the console. I think that would make more sense. Okay, everyone left at the same time. Y'all are good? Fucking hell. 8.7 on the durability, so we are almost there as well. And of course it's going to be above this. And why? Because everyone is maxed out in their power. This is a number that would be much lower if everyone was much worse at their job. But since everyone is basically the best, this just goes at 100%. And that's why you push for it. Just saying. How are you guys? 80, all of those guys are all at 80, almost. Well, the console's gonna be done before you guys appear, but there's the second part, so that's not too bad yet. But yeah, the durability is going to be a 10, so we're not gonna have too many replacements to do, you know, not much in the warranty or anything like that, so that's okay. I'm pushing them in, by the way, when this is done. I'm not gonna wait for another one. I don't think. Okay, one is maxed anyway, so yeah, definitely. Just pushing them in now. No lead selected. Fuck off. There we go. Ladies and gentlemen, the Phoenix system releases in October. Can I do... No, I can't. I'm gonna have to do it later. It's a 230 performance. Publish the console with a 18 warranty. And we are pushing for a retail price of 600. DefKit at 20. I'm not pushing for a funding pot because I have no money. So, but look at the console, 9.1, and cost optimization is what you have to do to try and reduce the price to something that is at least okay. So, ow. Good lord. But, the big bad thing happening here, I'm gonna have to buy this. Hopefully I can get the first step before the first few buys of the console. Because if not, I'm gonna have to push for it to be higher. Do you imagine having to buy $1,000 for a console? At that time, in 1985, $1,000 for a console. $1,700. But I did get money. Instead of losing some here, I did get money because I pushed it to be better than nothing. So, yeah. Cost reduction is 0.1. But it's going to be much better than that when this appears. Boom. So right now, already, I can take it down a good amount to a $6.99 sale price. $920 retail price. It's $80 down. Euros, I was about to say. $80 down. The big thing I can do right now already is take this back down a bit. Okay, so it's 1 a week basically. Yeah, 2 weeks actually. 1 every 2 weeks that this goes back. 2,500. I'm not gonna push it back down. Even if I could right now, I'm not gonna push it back down. That would be $30 gained. I'm not gonna push it back down right now. Because that's gonna give me more profits. I could have pushed for more people, eh? Or all 3, 2 in a workshop. I can do that right now, it's fine. And 1 in here. No, where was it? Sound studio. Okay. The other 2 leave there. I don't care about them. Once again, 2,700. And again, the money that we gain from it is much better. So, gotta keep that in mind. And this is 7% here normally in the cost reduction, right? Or is it another 3%? It is another 3%, and these are 5%, and the next one is 7% for all 3. So, right now we could take it down if we want. And we do. 879 retail price. Once again, our money keeps going up for now. The big thing we should be doing is release a game, though. We should do a game. So it's time to do Loketown. 20 for 20, that's perfect. But it's time to do Loketown and exclusive for our console. So of course we're not going to sell very well on the game. No, that was not perfect. That's weird. But we're not going to sell very well on the game. Doesn't matter. This does not matter. That the game is not going to sell well does not matter. First of all, it doesn't cost us that much to create. So that's okay, because it's a single game. It's a single console game, so it's not that bad for us to create it. Look at the sales, they keep going up, by the way. We're at 10k right now. Which, yes, for a console isn't fantastic, but we're still incredibly early on in the building of the console. So, it's fine by me. Once again, we have a bonus of minus 50%, which means that right now, the console is selling 50% less consoles than it should, because there are no games available for the console, except the one title that is on release. So once we get this game out, and it's actually okay, we are going to be able to sell something quite good. Also, there is dialogues available, so this is going to take a bit of time. But still, it's going to release right now. And yes, we are 500,000 down. Does not matter. Does not matter. Big thing, the first step of this has been done, so... 825 retail price. We have took it down to such a degree already. And there we go, it's another 98% game, and finally our bonus is now +0, which is not a bonus, but not a malice as well. And since it is a good game, on the next one now, every hit is going to give us 4% of a bonus instead of, 2%. If it is an exclusive game, it just gives you more, so that's why. One thing we can do right now, just do the publish a demo. Perfect. And look at that. 6,000 sales of the console immediately. It's not fantastic. Not yet. Reminder, this is our first console. And it is still at an insane retail price. Which is going to go down. Soon. Not yet, but soon. I'm not gonna push it down on this one, just to see how much money it gives me. Let's see. We're in the green. That's on the second week that it gave me 7 million. That's 400,000 from console alone. 6,300 Phoenix System have sold. And One Piece Loketown is actually selling. It's sold very well. Sold a lot better than I expected. 1,400. Wow. Okay. Unexpected, but not altogether unpleasant. It's my favorite sentence, by the way. To say like that, it's my favorite sentence. It means jack shit, but it's my favorite sentence. Maximus, sure. I can do that. Now this should be an over 20. Yeah, that's an A game. That's not a... That's not that. It's an A game normally. But I'm gonna push for it not to be by taking out a lot of stuff. Keyboard support doesn't need to be there. And checkpoints can go out as well. It's unfortunate to take that much down from it, but it's fine. PS, Phoenix System. You're good, right? Yeah, you are. There we go. Once again, we are going to go back into red, but not for too long. Because the console is selling quite well. Reminder, 6,000 by 30. Just think about that for a second. And how much money that gives you. 180,000 if you want the number. Which isn't fantastic for what we are right now, which is 750,000 down. But we still have the bank. That's fine. Alright. Production cost $582. If you look at the console selling price right now, we can take a $44 profit. Which is a lot, by the way. And in time for Christmas... Well, there's already a 4% bonus, actually, on that. That's interesting. I thought I would do the bonus for the next one, but no, apparently it's already there. So we have a 4% extra bonus in sales already, and we're gonna get another 4% with this one. Because of course it's a 90% plus. Duh. It always is. And once again, we are only 278,000 down. And also, Maximus 4 is gonna release on arcades. Speaking of arcades, I am seeing that this guy is a little low, and this guy is a little low. So there we go. The rest is at 60 plus, so we keep it. A fruitful year is what you're gonna call this, no matter what. Alright. $77 profit. We're not moving it right now. I'm gonna move it next week. But this week I'm not moving it. I don't have it, except the game of the year. I don't have anything else. That makes sense, because I've not been looking for anything else. Retail price, $749.99. Sales price, $568. Still a $20 profit. And sales are going to once again skyrocket. It's not going to be fantastic. But since it is Christmas as well, the sales are going to move up. 10% plus 50%. So, yeah. The big thing with this, though, we still do need to create a port for Maximus 4. There we go. Ooh, just 20 out of 20. Nice. I don't need the dialogues for this version here. The voice recording is not needed. That is still a lot of money to spend, but this one is going to be more than worth it. Sure, publish demo. This one is going to be very, very worth it, because it is an arcade, and it is on an action game, so that sells like hotcakes. We're now at the 7% reductions, which are going to give me a lot of money. Whenever one is done, that's going to be a lot of cost reduction. Double, more than double on the Phoenix system, which, by the way, is still in the negative. For some reason, the total profit is going down, but I'm still getting money from it. I'm not losing money from it. So that's a little misleading. Because I don't know why we would be at minus 10 million. We only have 4 warranty cases, so I don't really get it. 98, cool. Alright. So we have refilled our pool of games right now. Also, 2,700 on stock for a game that is our own. Not bad. That is on our own console. Alright, this time we did get 400,000 here. So that's fine. Okay, it's just because these guys are not counted before they're started. I see. So that's why the price is going back down every time. However, 7% gained. So the profit is massive once again, and we're going to keep it for one more week here. So $70, right? What was it? $66 times 14,000. Make the count. Make the count and you'll see that goes good. $1 million. We got $1 million. Guess what we're doing? Boom. 750,000. God. Back down. Space Invaders will be taking in 100%. If you're out, you're big IP, so you're going back in. 25, once again, I do need A games at some point, but not right now. Keyboard support can go out, as always. This can go down, this can go down, and this can go down. Fine. Cool, cool. As always, PS. We're now at 80,000, so the sales are moving. And the more good games you release on your own console, the better it is. I am giddy. Yeah, I know. Every time I'm just creating stuff on this game, I'm just so happy because it's fun. It's fun. It's a fun game to do like stuff like that on. 280 Maximus 4, by the way. That's a lot. Alright, 50% on the second to last step of the PS. This game was the first ever game I saw you stream. I know! I know, Gav, but guess what? It's still there. And I'm still playing it sometimes. $14 million down on the year. And we're barely in the red. We're not in the red anymore. So yeah, this guy gives me 1 million a week right now. I was so happy to find someone playing Tycoon games autistically as me. Well, but then I grew out of it. I didn't. Still love it. Absolutely not. Can't be said for me. What do you mean, oh well? And boom. Perfect. Right before the end of the week. So then this goes to 12%. Boom. 15,000 on the week for this. And look at our money. Perfect. You're heating up leftovers? That's nice. I didn't eat leftovers today. I ate much better than that for once. You got banned from some dude's stream? Oh. That's unfortunate. $100 profit. God damn. I'm pushing it down though. Because that is going to be much more lucrative for my sales to push it down to this. $6. Was very funny though. Really. We can do another port for this. Perfect. 19 out of 20 is good. I'm once again not gonna push for voice recording. Also, yeah, 93, so we can actually push for better for once. We can push for overhype. They got into a huge rabbit hole of wasps and bees having photographic memory or not. Me and the streamer said they did, 3 other guys said otherwise. Okay. Where is this going? Oh, it started because of you, okay. Wow, look at the amount of sales. 28,000. I doubled the sales. But of course, I kind of have my profits. But it's better to have sales than to have the profit. And you said you lied. Yeah, okay. I could see that coming at the end. God damn it, Gab. Why are you like this? I mean, even if I went down rabbit holes with you, I wouldn't care, because I would know beforehand. So if I did go for it, I would have really looked for it. I would have really fucking been stupid, because I know you. I know how you are. God, this is already out? Wow. The sound chip is already out for level 3. It's not necessary for me right now, anyway. What do you mean, why am I like this? Because, no, I mean, you just are. You just are like this. Alright, how many Space Invaders are gonna go out? You do. You do live for tomfoolery, you do. Don't make me do this. Alright, now we are finally down to the actual retail price that we're going to have for the console, which is, I guess, this, $549. You don't want me to do this, okay? You know what I'm thinking. So you don't want me to do this. So custom optimization is done for this now. Current production cost of the console, $400. It was $700 on release. God damn it. No, but you know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about. So be careful what you ask for. All of this is not needed anymore because this is at 10 anyway. So yeah, perfect. IP trade. Oh, that's already out. Okay, cool. I don't care. 298 arcades for Space Invaders 5. Not bad. Also, those games are not selling as bad as I would have thought. 15,000 on this, 10,000 on this. I mean, then you consider that people have bought 200,000 of my Phoenix system, and that means that like 15% of people have a game on the console, which makes no sense, but sure. So it's time to make all of our sequels, because we have a bunch to do. So release date. Are you familiar with Jujutsu Kaisen? I am, but at the same time, I haven't really watched it. But I know about it, of course. MLB 86. 20 out of 20, perfect. Also, sports game, does it Yeah, just do sports game simulation. What am I doing? Just gonna go for the cheat sheet. 1 second. I mean, you know, I only have as many hours in the day as there are. You know, there only exists 24 hours in a day. Sports game. Where is it? Where is it? It's here. Sports game with simulation. It is a green, so we can go for it. Boom. There we go. I'm sure I'm not the worst console, by the way. I'm 100% sure about that. Yep, 2,500. I'm above the Minivision, which is 72,000. And that's the worst one available here. But hey, 0.2. 0.2. You made an awesome JJK joke. That made some random shit. The worst and the funniest joke ever. You adults are hypocrite. Aren't you 18 now? You have no right to say this. 6, 5, 7, 7, 1, 3, 4, 7. Okay, and 5, 2, 5. Yeah, okay. God, getting into... Okay, whatever. When did I add the extra? Stupid. Keyboard is not needed. Good. Let's go for it. I'm still gonna push for the games to be at 100% right now. Voice recording isn't really necessary for an 86 game. You know, you can be in your teens and be an adult. Those are not exclusive. Because adult doesn't have you know, an associated number with it. Except the accepted definition of what an adult is, which is supposed to be over 18. Alright, Gran Turismo 3 is out, so we're going to be able to put that game in as well. But I'm just going to do all my games that I have that have gone out and just push them back in. Graphics Studio for that. 80 to 100. Perfect. All of those are done, so we're going to be able to release it. Self-distribute. And 96. Pretty good. We're gonna keep going for more games. Because why wouldn't we? Since this guy is here. Well, actually, no. Just push for another 3. It's a bit early to make a Gran Turismo 4. Yeah, okay. So, the sales of the console have gone down for a simple reason. It's not Christmas time anymore, and so the sales have halved, which makes sense. It's unfortunate, but it makes sense. I'm already at 20, so I'm not going to add anything except this, because that's a big boy. Take that away. Oh, wait. Voice acting is there, too, and that's sound. Keyboard support. I don't need it. I'm watching you while my house is partying. Be grateful. You can just go party. It's fine. Go party, dude. Yeah, no. First of all, because I don't have the money. Second of all, because, no. Well, you don't want to party, then why are you talking about it as if it's a bad thing that you're not there? And that you're basically doing this as a favor to me. No, just say that you don't want to be at that party and that's fine. There you go. Can I push it down to 5? Okay, that's as low as I can get, but I don't want to do that then. Let's keep the profit at that. You don't feed me, don't give me money. No, I don't think I do actually. Did I actually? Did you call me that? I don't remember. Shit. Maybe you did. Shit. This is not a 100, apparently. Well, there are a lot of bugs, so that's fine. Way too many bugs, by the way, actually. Yeah, okay. It's not like it's something that I'm gonna ask you like that, you know, though. Come on. That is the worst question that someone could ask someone like that. Come on. That is just so low. Let's do the arcade for this one, but then I'm also going to do MLB, I think, actually. Oh shit, I didn't buy the new dev kit. Whoopsie. There we go. New arcade system. Used to pull in so many friends without question back in my golden days. Your golden days. Sure. That got me. Sorry. Back in the old day. I have an employee with an 100% on the scale. I don't know which one that is. Is it me? Am I the one with 100? I may be. Nope. It's this guy. Don't know who you are, but sure. That should be fine. Cool. Got the 30%. You're old and past your prime. Dude, what am I then? Oh, wow, that's a lot. That got 380. That is a shit ton. There are no bugs. This guy is not 100, but I mean, there's a shit ton there. You are ancient. Perfect, thank you. This does come with some, you know, with me being wise, though. Absolutely not. Kabuto used to be a normal route Pokemon. Fuck's sake. Wow. That's pretty good, actually. Well done. Good one. Good one. 87. Gameplay 100, but the controls suck. Wow. That's weird because everyone is 90 on here. That's weird. 25,000 Phoenix systems are still selling every week, which is quite good. And one thing I'm going to do, though, is push for a TV. You know, I did have a haircut today and see that all here, all that streak of hair here is white. Well, I can do something else. Wait. How about I show you the latest Dandadan that I got? With the new cover. I'm actually going to show it in full cam. Haha! There you go. I just like to show this because it's new. Like, it literally came out Wednesday. God. It's really cool, though. This is the first time you're supposed to share a highway with... What? A highway? I don't get that. Alright, how high now? 28,000. Not bad. I mean, we basically get 100,000 every week. That's okay. I'm gonna do one thing, though. Hold the price. 547 on the sell price. That's pretty good, actually. The government trusts you in driving, and you're showing me down... Oh, okay. And? And? I'm a good driver. I'm actually a pretty good driver. $20 out of 20. Cool. You're a very bad driver, then why? Maybe if you were actually, you know, maybe if you were reading Don to Don, maybe you'd be a good driver. Is this correct or not? Yeah, it is. Alright, perfect. You have night blindness. Okay. No, I know what you mean, don't worry. And I mean, I also kind of have issues like that when I'm going out for a drive at night. I also kind of have issues like that, but it's, you know, not that bad. No, I get you. Don't worry. I'm not gonna, you know, say anything about that. I can see, but it is true that it is much easier if you have a source of light beneath, you know. I actually put my lights on inside of the car so that I actually see better from the res, because it just acclimates better for your eyes. It's just better. I mean, yeah, sure. Maybe not the best thing to drop when in a car. Alright. Perfect. We're at minus 32,000. That's good. We are basically in the green. 99. Wow. That doesn't happen often, by the way. Normally it's either 98 or 100. And she looked at me with the eyes of a shell-shocked soldier. The 1,000-mile, the was it? 1,000-yard stare, right? I think that's the name of the thing. Okay, we're gonna be able to chill for a little bit, because money is gonna go up just without doing anything, basically. Just through the console sales and the game sales, now that we have 100% push again. Describe murder with less fear in their eyes. Okay. Are you sure that she is not also a serial killer? You don't know that. 99% really doesn't happen often. I'm weirded out by that number. It's interesting. Puzzle games are the big ones right now. I mean, I do have some, but they're a bit old. With no IP. Yeah, they're a bit old. B plus should be working? Yeah, that works. What can I do with puzzle games? Strategy? That works well. Let's do it. The odds of 2 serial... Okay, great. Yeah, the odds are low, but never zero. Okay, let me just check the numbers. 75543. 376. No, wait, where am I? No, 169. That's what I thought. That wasn't right. 3169 528. Good. Alright, perfect. 24. Shit, that moved up. Where's pause? Oh, pause is already out. Password saves, and that works. Still pushing for B+ games as much as possible because A games are expensive. By the way, how is sound today? Is it better? Because I did push the microphone a little higher in sound, so I'm hoping that it's better. I didn't even check. I know, it's been 2 hours since I've been on stream and I didn't even check. Yeah, that seems fine. Seems better than it was for the last couple of days. I'm just gonna push it up slightly more. There we go. It's not that much higher, but it is a slightly wee bit higher. I'm now reaching into the yellow. Very slightly. Oh god, that's long. I remember one time I was talking in chat and you were playing a game seriously. I think it was when you gambled for Dratini. You told me that you didn't read chat, and I was thinking to myself, if he wasn't reading my chats, was this man talking to himself? Yes, I do. Fuck you. Also for that second sentence, fuck you. But no, I do talk to myself a lot. I mean, you know. I don't know if that's a sane thing, but that's how I keep my sanity. I'm alone all the time at home, so that's how I keep my sanity. Alright, we can release this. Also, you're not... You don't like talking to yourself. I don't like talking to myself, so I talk to others, but the others prefer that I just talk to myself. No, I don't. It's nice to have someone to talk to still, but you know. If I don't have anyone with me, I just talk to myself, and that's fine. That's also kind of what you do when you're streaming and you don't have anyone in chat. You know, you just talk to yourself anyway. So, there you go. We can make a port again. I wanted this guy to be ported. Perfect. It's a bit late for an MLB game in May, but hey, that still works. May is just the start of the season still, you know. You're like 40 games in. Not too bad. $40 games in a season isn't too bad. This guy cost me $1 million? Really? I didn't expect that. Wanted to stream. Well, you know, I do that. That's not that much of a problem, you know. Okay. Yeah, these games are really not doing too hard now, man. 0, of course, on the hype here. But this game is from 1983, we're in 1986. It's 3 years old and it's still selling 24. Like, come on, dude. What? What game would do that, realistically? 3-year-old game in the 1980s selling for 3 years. Maybe you should do just chatting streams. That depends on what your goal is, but yeah, you could. Doom is not from 1980. Look at the date on which Doom was released, please. If I remember correctly, it's 1992 or 1993. I'm actually gonna go check. Because it's software. Yeah, 1993. There you go. So that's 10 years after that arcade released. Wow. Fucking wow. No, but right now I am reading books that are older than me. I'm reading One Piece. And that's older than me. It is, by the way. The first One Piece tome released in 1997, and since I'm right now on tome 7, it is still things that are older than me. Isn't it weird to think that this is 30, by the way? Yeah, I am reading One Piece. Every night right now, actually, I am reading books. Well, you know, no matter the book, actually. For a couple of weeks, I was reading 1984, of course, because that's one of my favorites, but yeah. There's a long portion of it that is kind of long, but hey. You like One Piece because Mihawk is cool? I mean, have you seen the names of my Pokemon on my challenge? On my Nuzlocke? They are all One Piece related. What are we doing next? I'm gonna wait a few weeks just to see how good things are going. This is 190. Wow. That's pretty good. Well, sales are looking good. 5 million in-game revenues. That's higher than what we were before we were starting with the console, so things are good. I did not see that. I actually did not see these. If those were ever ones, I did not see them. I know about the, you know, some of the One Piece memes, but not all of them. I did not see them, I'm gonna be honest. But when are you talking about this? Because I've only been, you know, reading One Piece since 2021, so I don't know. If it's older than that, didn't know about those. Yeah, of course, there can we get much higher? Yeah, that one's fine. I got it. that one, of course, I do have it. 9 million still left to buy. God. I mean, I should do my hardware stuff here, because that's basically almost a full... Oh, I forgot about one thing to do. Forgot about this. Because the screen is available normally. Yeah, here it is. So I did forget about this. Isn't it crazy to think that this meme is over 2 years old already, by the way? The Can We Get Much Higher? It's on its 3rd year of existence. Okay, can we move the price down a little? A small amount, but not too much. 95 on hype. That's good enough to keep it going until the Mad Games convention, so that's not a problem. Cool. Alright, the gray screen scale. Grayscale screen, god fuck. The grayscale screen. 2.6 inches. That is twice, or yeah, I think it's twice as small as this. So, that's a thing. I need to buy a new case for it. Case 5 has been released now, so should probably go for those. But in that way, then I should wait for all of it to be level 3. Yeah. Level 3 lasts a good amount of time, but not too long. Because it's mostly PCs that have the level 3. I mean, they're already released, of course. The Amiga is... Oh my god! The Amiga sold amazingly. 50 million. Wow. I mean, it deserves it. The Amiga definitely deserves it. Because it is very good. So it deserves to be at 50 million. Where is this? Sound studio. Everyone is not working right now, and that is fine by me. We are in the summer slump, so we are losing 30% on our console sales. Kinda sucks. But we're getting close to 1 million, which is fine. It's a good enough number. we're gonna have to buy the rest here. That costs a lot of money. And also is quite heavy on the research points now. Alright, let's get case for handheld 5. I mean, I do this and it's still level 2 anyway, because the color screen for a handheld is not before 1988, I think, or maybe even 1989. So, no matter what, our handheld is going to be a level 2 for a long time. So, I think it would be better to just get the case and just push for a handheld of level 2. The cost of it is also going to be smaller. So just go for case 5 in orange. No predecessor, but that's fine. This would make sense. And I can make it backward compatible with the Phoenix system, which makes no sense. It makes no sense, but that's fine. Makes no sense. I mean, at the same time, if you look at it, you know, in this way, it is the same in terms of the memory, the processor speed, the graphics chip. All of it is the same. So basically, the Phoenix Portable, which is how I'm going to call it, is the same as a Phoenix system, just better? Because the case is better? Has 3 buttons, which probably a controller of a 3rd gen does not have. So maybe accessibility is even going to be better on this. But then again, if you have 3 buttons here, you should have 3 buttons on the other if you're making it backward compatible. So the button count doesn't matter if you're thinking about it like that, because it would be the same. But I'm feeling confident in doing this. Sure. The one thing that I think I can add more is some, not miscellaneous. Console? No, there's nothing on console features. I guess it's time. We have enough in the bank to actually do it, because it's 7 million. I'm gonna wait 1 more week. No, I can't wait 1 more week, because look at the time. I can't wait 1 more week. I have to do this right now. It's a 14,000 workload. In 3 months it should be released. We're 5.7 million down. We can be in green. Barely, but we can be in green. But the big thing is, it happens right now, as next week we have the Mad Games Convention. There we go. Select the last 3. Phoenix system, Phoenix Portable, 25,000 people show up. Perfect. And yeah, we are minus 6 million, but guess what? We're not. Because all of our arcades take us back down. 6 million in games right now, so that's why I can afford to do this once again. Cost optimization, though, it's gonna be rough. I'm not gonna be able to do too much with that right now. But as time goes on, we maybe go back in green, actually, before this releases. Actually, it's already at 20. What am I talking about? The big thing about it, though, is it may be rough to get to marketing with it. Maybe rough. We can get 1 in. Well, right now we can get the normal ones in for the radio. So we can get to 40 already, which is fine. This is back to 100, by the way. But we can get to do double radio to get to 100 to 40. No, 100. As time gets closer, we can then go for a TV deal, but only 1. I don't think I want to do 2 yet. But I'm gonna have to release it in time for Christmas, of course, and also have a game running at the same time for it. to get the bonus to be 0 and not -50 in time for Christmas. But this is of course a lot faster. You can see it, right? It's going just a lot faster. We are already at almost halfway in like 3 weeks. So it takes a month and a half to build a console. That's not how it goes in real life. If you think that this is how it goes in real life, no. No, it isn't. Oh, Dandadan is out. Already? Okay, that's interesting. So the big thing that exists, just to show you, the big thing that exists is manufacturer exclusive game. And the big thing is, you can just put both of your own consoles in, and that still counts as an exclusive game. Which is big. Which is very big for you. Now the big thing with this one though, 25, that's still fine actually, I can take that. Take some of the things out like this to get down to 20. So I don't need it to be a big one still, an A game. 600,000 down. Oh, sorry, yeah, Haunted House. So after Haunted House, I'm not proud of that one. I'm actually kind of proud of that one. I am actually kind of proud of that one. So yeah, you can see now it's a green diamond because it's on multiple consoles, so it's a green diamond. And of course the games cost a little more to do, because it's 2 consoles that you have to build it on. It's nice to be working on a game immediately at 60% of the console being built. I think that, you know, that would make kind of sense in the real world. You know, you start building a game when the dev kit is given to you at about, you know, probably around 80% in real life. But if it's your own console, you can make it, you can start working on it earlier. It kind of makes sense to me, at least. HTC Protect, so gonna have to buy that. Copy protection. So it is gonna be rough to try and take down the cost of the handheld here. So the handheld may be at 1,000 at the beginning again. Whoops. So once again, this is gonna be this is gonna have to wait until the console releases. So that's in a long time. Yeah, we have 6 million that we can take in the bank, which is fine to do this right now, because that's gonna push us just to 6 million and under, because of course we're gonna get money through the consoles and the arcades and stuff. Arcades are selling still at about 1 million, you know, 1,000, sorry, a day. A week. Okay. 1,000 a day. All of them are at 1,000 as well. I'm gonna keep them at that. I'm not gonna move them. So the Phoenix Portable is at a good 92% right now. 94. 95. 97. 98. 99, 100. 6 weeks in development only. Just think about that for a second. Publish. 18-month warranty. 20,000 on the dev kit. Of course, I allow for third-party games. That would be stupid not to. And retail price of $900. Overall rating 9.6. All right. Before everything, self-distribute this, because the bonus now is at 0 immediately on the first week. This name though, I'm sorry, I stun-locked myself with the name. God fucking damn it. This costs 2 million this time. That's 10 million again. Ooh. Ooh. I mean, the production cost on release is less than this, so that's okay. What this means, though, is of course all of this is going to mean less, slightly. But for now, I'm going to push one by one. I'm not going to push them too fast. That's 8,000, an 8% market share, though. The Game Boy is not released yet, just as a reminder. So, I am... Well, honestly, it's a stronger it's a stronger handheld. It is a stronger handheld than the Game Boy. And it has released before the Game Boy. A year before the Game Boy. But it is expensive as fuck. Cause guess what? It's a fucking 900. Sorry, 875. Jesus. That is not okay. God, where's the second? Workshop, again, as always. It's always here. Okay, let's see the second week. Normally it should be above 10k. 10.0. It is above 10k. I said it would be. But look at that. Market share 15%. Immediately we're taking a good chunk. You know? 8 games have released on the PS. And then 1 game on the PP. The big thing about it, though, is that it's on a grayscale screen. God. And that doesn't really, you know, it doesn't show as well, unfortunately, really. But hey, that's how it goes. So, can we reduce it again? Yes, sir. We can reduce it to $840. So already $60 gained. And then, yes, the ones that I've bought it at 900 are feeling ripped off. Which they are. They did get ripped off. 12,000. Not bad, man. Not bad. So the PS is continuing to sell pretty well. Now we are at less than 6 million in market down, you know. Less than 6 million down. The PP is going to give me the third stage of this, but we're going to keep it at where it is right now for this week. So that we get good money off of it. For 1 week. NG Plus exists now, finally, by the way. We have 0.2% market share on the PS. But the PP almost has 30%. See? 29.6. I knew it would happen. I knew it would be about 29. Where is this? Another one, the workshop. For fuck's sake. There we go. We could do the next one. 700,000. That's fine. Let's go for it. Oh, it has gone down a little bit. Not too bad, though. The big thing we could do as well is finish marketing it. This has been a very fruitful year. Another console. Multiple games releases that have gone very well. Even Evil Eye Jinx here is at 5.8 in the total. Which isn't bad. 9,000 on this week. Gone down a bit. It's gonna be fine though. Sorry about that. I banned that. Alright, let's take it down again. Also, this guy, can I push it down to less than 400 in sales price? Yes. So the retail price is now 530. And now this guy makes me a profit of $60. There we go. Retail price $7.99. Profit $29. Which is still a lot of money. Just saying. Double A. Wow. Arn Anderson. Sorry. My hands smell of ginger, by the way. That's such a weird sentence to throw out like that. But I ate something with ginger, so my hands smell like ginger. So we can do that. Normally that's not. Oh no, it is at 20. Wow, I thought wouldn't be. Don't know why, but yeah, I thought. No pause, of course, because that's already not a thing in there. 4,000, 2,000. There we go. Good. No manufacturer exclusive. There we go. Still the Phoenix system with almost 1 million. We are 940,000. So if you look at our total sum, we are at 1 million. So we have sold 1 million consoles. If you think about it, dude, that's massive. It actually is massive. We come from nothing. This is our first console. If you think about it rationally, we come from nothing. And yet we are still already building something that is special. No matter what, if you get things like this done, you are in something special. And I just realized now that I didn't do the special marketing for Blackjack 52, so that's why it actually didn't get over 90. Now it got 93, but still not as good as it could have been. Phoenix Portable, once again, got more sales done. And with the cost now, we can actually do this. Get it down by another level. Eight kilobytes on cartridge, so now we are basically all the way into level 3, except for one. No, I was about to say except for one thing, but no, the small case fan is here, so this is complete level 3, right? No, there's one thing missing. There's one thing missing. Yes, of course there is. Is the cartridge, the level 3 cartridge. It's not there yet. Nice. I like those graphics, by the way. Every time I see them, this makes me think of the grid system in a fucking Fire Emblem game. Seriously, it always makes me think of that. Alright, this isn't an amazing game. 92. Not fantastic. It's enough, but it's not fantastic. Oh, look at that. There's a bit of green that has showed up. So, what does this mean? Not QA. Oh, I didn't take it. Right. This means this room. Wow, that was 700,000. That's 1 million. I'm getting 1 million a week. 19 million in game console sales. Holy. Ladies and gentlemen, it is time for an announcement. Shadow the Hedgehog's... No, I'm not. Phoenix System has gone over 1 million. Oh, survival games are out? Really? That's interesting. Don't care. We could do the next step in cost optimization again. We have the money for it. So let's start it already. The good thing again, if you look at the console price, we are getting $61 in profit. So 60 times 13, you can make the count. 13,000, of course. We get over 100,000 is what I mean. Just through this one. And then the other one is giving us also about 200,000, I'm going to say. No, a little less than that. It's also 100,000. 150-ish. 130. But look at that. We're now at 4 million. Minus 4 million only. So we're going to have to buy, not the marketing, for fuck's sake, I'm an idiot. The support. Right here. That's a big support. That is a big support, but it is for 150,000 people. So at the same time, it's a big support, but it's necessary, kind of. 5 is going to be enough for now. I'm not going to take 6. And it's not like I'm going to take 2 as well. Get it? Take 2. Interactive. Yeah, that wasn't a good one. That wasn't a good joke. Way too insider knowledge. Oh wow, that's not enough. Then here it will be. Perfect. Alright, it's time to push for an employee search, not in technician, but in office worker. And as always, I'm gonna have to go back on this every time. But I'm getting 1 million a week, so things are fine. I could switch these two over, by the way. Make this one the support, and this one the marketing, because it's better to have a bigger marketing right now. My marketing is a bit small. I could, but right now it's fine. Oh yeah, these guys are not going to do anything other than this, so I'm not going to push them to do the training room right now. I am not. We're almost halfway through the cost reduction there. We are a quarter of the way through on this one. And also, it's time to push down a little bit, because we're getting 100 profit, so... 725 in retail price still gives me 34 profit, which is good. We're at minus 2 million only. Optimize the main board. Evil Hijinks is in the best sellers? Number 8. For an exclusive game, by the way. Remember that. Wow. Damn. If you were out here telling me that that would happen, wouldn't have believed you already. Whew, 18,000 now. Immediately, we have sold more Phoenix Portable than there have been sales for the Minivision, which I still haven't bought. It's right here. 119,822. We, after 11 weeks, are at 136,972, which is higher. Seriously, I wouldn't have told you that this guy got into top 10. But how high did it go, actually? Because it got a little bit better beforehand. Highest 8th. So, no, it was its highest. Whoa, go back here. One more employee search. Because 2 aren't going to be enough. But 3 are, probably. Yeah, see, this time, I think that me building to the console, to the Phoenix Portable here, has been a lot better. The build-up to the Phoenix Portable has been a lot better. I'm just pushing to fill the room, by the way, here. Oh, that was 1 million plus. I got down to 2.3 just with the sales of the week. That's fantastic. And finally, fifth. There we go, we're done. Group 11. Support. So it's almost been 3 hours. We've done a bunch today on this save. Alright, one more bit on the Phoenix Portable. Our profit is back to 80. Let's just see how much we're getting this week. I just want to see that. God damn, that's 2 million. But we are pushing it down to $649.99 in the retail price. Many devs kits are actually going to be taken in here, it looks like. But we're not done with the cost optimization. Mainboard 2. But now we can just bank it out, you know, if we want to. Which we don't need. We don't need to do it. We don't need to do it. We're just gaining so much money anyway that we don't need to do it. Our consoles are working already as intended. That's the thing, right? And so next week I'm also going to push down the price of the Phoenix system as much as possible to optimize the sales. Order stagnation does not matter to us. If it was a normal legendary save, I would have said, oh, fuck. But here, doesn't matter. Alright, let's push it down to as low as we can. Which is this, basically. So $5.20, $519.99. $1 profit. Sales price of $391. And the Phoenix Portable, we are also pushing it down at $625.99. So there's only a $100 difference between the two here, the two kits. If you think about it, it's worth it to get both. Don't. Don't get both. Oh, Dev 1. Wow, that's been a while. It's been a while since that happened. Still a lot of hardware here. Ah, well, the Megabyte cartridge has been here, so this is now the complete package for a level 3 console. Definitely not necessary, but it is there. So we got 25,000 sales on the Phoenix Portable last week, but guess what? It's Christmas. So... Oh... You do it now? Sorry, but... That surprised me that you do this now. You give me now the bankruptcy thing. I was down minus 10 million and you didn't give it to me. And I'm down 700,000 and you're giving it to me now. When I'm gonna go back into green anyway. You're stupid. 27,000 this week. But it's the next week that is gonna be interesting, you'll see. Also, this may be done, so I'm gonna maybe push the Phoenix Portable down even more. It is gonna be done. So I'm gonna be able to push down the Phoenix Portable even more. $575. That is really good when you consider where this one is, which is $518.99. Now the big thing is, I should still do some deals here for marketing, which are gonna push me back into bankruptcy, but oh no, not by the end of the week. By the month, sorry. Which is when this gets counted, so you'll see. Doesn't matter. That is over double. That is over double the amount. Shit, boy. Damn. That's really good. That's without it being full in marketing, by the way. So, very good. There we go. All gonna be full in marketing. Dandadan Evil Hijinks is third? I mean, it's the game of the year, isn't it? Not even. The fuck, bro? The fuck? Why is it third? Why did they get 3,900? I am going to assume that it is because our sales have gone up dramatically, and so people are buying the game with it. Which makes sense in real life, if you think about it. It does make sense. But so now we can just chill for the next couple of weeks, wait until our money goes back into green. That's all we're going to be doing here. And then the bankruptcy is going to go out, and we're going to be able to do new games. Well, first to get the last cost optimization thing, and then get new games. But still, 3,900. It keeps going up. Keeps going up. 50,000 Phoenix System, 59,000 Phoenix Portable. Whew. God damn. That is a lot. But that is also because of the market share. You know, 75% market share for the Phoenix Portable, 0.2% market share for the Phoenix System. But the difference is staggering between the two. This one has 1.4 million almost. This guy only has 400,000. Which also means that I have a higher base available to myself to actually get the Phoenix Portable. When you consider that both are pretty much at the same price now, $575 for $520, if you're willing to put $520 on a console, you're willing to put $575 on one. So, yeah, it's not that much of a problem here. But look at the bankruptcy. There, it's gone. I have 1.4 million, so guess what? Optimize the main board. We are just 700,000 down. No problem. No problem at all. And the Phoenix Portable should be basically selling at the same price as this. Basically. At the end of this, it should basically be the same price. Which doesn't make much sense. But at the same time, the components inside are the same. So, kind of makes sense, actually. When you think about it like that. Kind of makes sense. And boom, 300,000 up, and that is our first level 3 engine feature. Which sucks for us, really, when you consider that these are not going to be the same, really. Also, why did you lose 50%? The fuck? That's weird. Is it because of the release of another console? Of another handheld? The Game Boy didn't release, did it? No, I don't see it. There's no Game Boy. There's no Minivision yet, as well. So we're alone on the market. We are alone on the market now. We're gonna get 100% market share. So hey, you want a handheld? Pay up, bitch. Pay up. Also, the bank should be much higher now. Yeah, 16.4. So we can get 7 million again. The big thing as we can do as well is this. Take it back down. And still have 200,000 left in the bank. We're not making a profit yet on the console, but soon we will. We will soon. Console selling price. It is lower. 510. This guy's 515. So the Phoenix Portable costs less than the Phoenix System by $5. So now you have the choice. Which one do you take? It's up to you. 46,000 Phoenix Portable. But honestly, paying $500 for a handheld is a dangerous slippery slope. If you think about it, in the real world, it's a dangerous slope. This should not be a thing that happens, really. Okay, what games are we doing then now? Because One Piece almost gone. Loketown is almost gone. But I'm just going to do the ones that we have here anyway. So God of War Phoenix. 27. Alright, it's time. Push it into the 8. RPG action should not work. No, it does. I thought action RPG works, but not RPG action. But no, it does work. RPG action does work. So, whoop. My bad. I'm gonna have to redo it. So Phoenix, of course, for a couple of reasons, because it's going to be on the Phoenix consoles. And also just because it's a new generation for the games and everything, you know, yada yada. I didn't push for the action tag, which I'm going to put with all of this in A. And so 6423. This is gonna be the last thing we do tonight, I think, by the way. 7774. 7774 367. Nope. Not doing it. Not this time. Ow, that's a lot of money. But I think this is going to be more than worth it. For this specific time here, yeah. Yeah, I think it's going to be more than worth it. Don't push back into bankruptcy, by the way. I'm gonna hear it. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna hear the ding ding ding, which sucks, but doesn't make any sense as well, but whatever. Is the game good enough? Yeah, that's an 80 already. Of course it's good enough. You kidding? Didn't hear the tin tin tin, so we're good. 45,000, man. 56,000. So the Phoenix system is still selling better right now, but it's also because it has a better bonus, you know, so makes sense. Alright. Wait for the bugs, wait for every feature to be done, and release. $30,000 now. So we are settling in with 37,000 on the Phoenix system and 30,000 on the Phoenix Portable, which is good. It's not bad. And 98 once again, as always, which is good. Never one to complain about that. How are you really, actually? 24, so we can push for a 20. Keyboard support out. Checkpoints. Pause. Already out. The ones that cost the less amount, the least. There we go. Perfect. So yeah, 0.7 now on the Phoenix Portable. Almost, yeah, that's good. And this guy has 0.3% market share now. Almost 2 million sold. This is the important number, really. We have almost sold 2 million of them. Like, once again, just think about it for a, well, for a very well-known studio, but a studio that has never made a console before. Shit, that's good. If you're new at making a console and you've sold 1.7 million consoles, you're so happy. So happy. And so we're happy. I know I said that the other game would be the last thing I do, but no, we need another one as well. We need another one going on. 2,300 orders. That's a lot of orders. That is a lot of orders. That's a stock of 7,000. This week is going to be like 5K. Dude, this guy's going to be first. This guy may be going first. How high is number one right now? 3,800? We get this. We get this. We're going to get first. Okay, the best-selling games, by the way, now are so much better than me. 305,000, wow. But it doesn't matter right now. We're not chasing for that. Right now, what we're chasing for is, do we get number one on the week? That's the thing I'm kind of chasing for right now. Come on, show me. Show me. Do we? We should. We should get number one on the week. Pause. 5,400. Number 1 on the week. We're still down to being number 5 because it got pushed down one place. But that is really good. Selling 5,000 is really good. 92. Good. And so, we're going to wait a couple of weeks, look at our money and how we're doing right now. And we're going to stop there for this session. We've been going on for 3 hours, so it is time to stop here. It is almost midnight, so yeah, definitely time to stop. We have doubled our fan count. We have 2 consoles now, with 4 games on one and 11 games on the other. 11 games is not bad right now, honestly. What I could do, just before we move on, what I could be doing is pushing a little bit of a funding pot. That's a lot of a funding pot. Okay, no. We're going to push in for $1 million in the funding pot. I'm going to push for B or B plus games. And that's it. Just push $1 million in the funding pot. And so, we are, once again, close to being in green. We are in green. By 60,000. We're gonna wait one more week. See how good that goes. Fucking 4,900 still. This guy, 2,000 orders as well. So that's very good. It should be number 2. Or maybe even number 1 and be better than God of War Phoenix. Who knows? Because this guy's gonna go down slightly, so... It didn't go down, it went up. What the fuck? 10,000 in stock. That's the first game that has 10,000 in stock. Look at that, we have a full row. That's the first time. So we have number 1 and number 2 on the board. And if we look at our money... Shit, we're doing good. We're now $1 million up. So, we still have $6 million to get back in the bank, but that's fine. That means that right now we can pay for $10 million. Basically. Yep, 10 million. 10,095,000. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and this stream here. God, it was long, but God, I loved it. It was very nice. This game always has a way to hook me back in once every fortnight or something. It's so stupid that it always works. Thank you also to the person that just followed me. I am sorry because I'm going to go out right now. So, oh, bonjour. Puisque c'est du français du coup. Bonjour. But yeah, time to stop here.